lot, welcome back to the channel. My name is Juicy Pixel, or you guys also know me as Aaron. Welcome to my humble abode. This is a weekly channel update video. It's Wednesday today, but it could be Thursday because it's Wednesday, but the day is going on. So I figured I'd just tell you what's going on in the future on this channel, and why my room is an absolute mess right now, and why my Mac... Why my room is an absolute mess right now, and why my Mac is not working. I can't get into it. So for the past few weeks now, I have been planning on moving back to South Wales in January at the beginning of 2026 with me and my partner Ruth. We're going to be heading down there for hopefully no more than 6 months. This year I lost both my parents and I inherited the house, so it's a priority of mine now to go down there and to sell the family house, which is going to be quite a stressful ordeal for me, but it's something I need to go through. It's something a lot of people go through actually, so that's going to be my priority now coming January. But let's not be negative on the channel, let's be positive. So let's talk about what I got planned for this year running up until Christmas Day. So, a couple of weeks ago I was online and I was like, where can I go somewhere new? I want to go somewhere absolutely new, somewhere fresh. It could be Europe. And I was like, well, I really enjoyed my Lithuania trip. I found it amazing. Kaunas, the city I stayed in for 3 nights. The people there were absolutely fantastic. And I put a video on TikTok, and some of the people who commented recognized me from walking through Kaunas city centre, and I really enjoyed it. I come home feeling invigorated, positive about that experience, and I was like, let's try another Eastern European city. So I found a deal to a place called Košice, which is a city east of Slovakia. That's correct. So I managed to get return tickets from Liverpool and back for £15 each way, and I've got accommodation for 4 nights for roughly about £120, which is a city centre apartment right off the main strip of the city. I've done a bit of research on the area. There's going to be a Christmas markets there when I'm there, which is going to be incredible. I'll put a screenshot up of what the Christmas markets looked like last year. I've also got the option to go to Ukraine for the day, so that's something I'm going to consider while I'm there, not before I go there. I've been speaking to a YouTuber from South Wales who does a lot of Asia actually, and they've got friends who live in Ukraine, and they do say there's a lot of power outages for the actual country as an entirety at the moment, so it might not be something I could be able to do at the time, but like I said, when we're there, we will investigate and see if it is possible to go to Ukraine, or at least over the border, to have a chat with the local people over there. It would be very interesting to see what things would be like to talk to people in Ukraine about what's going on politically and on an international scale. But yeah, putting that aside, I am going to explore Košice. I'm going to explore the main strip. I'm going to learn about the history of the place too. And you know me, I do like a good brewery when I am abroad. My past video just got up in Poland. I did check out a local family brewery, 2 actually, and I had an absolutely fantastic time. I made a friend called Chris. I should have added him on Facebook at the time, but I didn't. Maybe I should look for him. But yeah, it was a fantastic experience. I have had nothing but positive experiences traveling Europe. The only dodgy time traveling Europe was in Brussels, the day Mike and Scott, sexy Scott, left Brussels with Ben. And I was going back to a hotel that I booked in a different part of the city, and that turned out to be the red light district. There was a situation where I was filming some rats running into a bin. I'll have to try and find the clip, but just listen to me now. Hear me out. There was rats running into a bin. There must have been about 50 to 100. I have never seen anything crazy in my life. I was filming it on my phone, and just in the far distance there was a lady of the night standing outside a pub, I assume, which I was considering to go in, but she made the decision for me not to. I could hear her shouting, but I didn't No, it was at me at the time. And then when I crossed over the road to start going towards my hotel, she followed me into the hotel reception, shouting at me in Dutch, I assume. And she was saying that I was filming her to the hotel receptionist and stuff. So I ended up showing her the video, and she's not even in it. And then she didn't even say sorry or anything. She just turned around and walked out the hotel reception. And then the receptionist apologized to me, and he said, "Yeah, there's people like that all the time." And he said, "If you are staying in Brussels, don't book another night here. Go back into the city centre where it's much safer." But it's. I did a lot of walking around Brussels in the night time, and I filmed, and I do believe Brussels is one of the most dangerous cities in Europe because of the amount of stories that come through. I'm so lucky to have like 4 nights there and not have anything happen that physically harmed me thinking back at that trip. But I am glad I'd done that trip because I have experienced it. So yeah, between now and the end of this month, I will be going to Košice in Slovakia, which is going to be amazing. So keep an eye out for that. The Polish series is going to finish roughly mid-December, and then we'll have that nice couple of videos leading up to Christmas Day, where I'm at the Christmas markets in Slovakia, enjoying myself. So that's the goal right there. Other things, I've got a channel sponsor for this video, so we're going to pop that in just at the end of the video. Also, I want to run a little competition with you guys because I want to see... We're 7 minutes into the video now, so I want to see who's still here. And if you leave a comment saying something like #juicy giveaway, or just write that, I will pick a random winner, and you can be in the chance to win some Juicy Pixel branded sunglasses for next summer in tortoise shell. So yeah, let's do this as an experiment. So yeah, that's what's happened. So I'm packing everything down. Literally, my life is right by here. It's off camera, but most of my stuff is here. We're taking this to South Wales. The desk is going to stay here, so everything is pretty much packed away. I've got a friend of mine who's got my guitars in storage at their property, which is quite good. So I don't have to worry about taking crazy amounts of stuff to South Wales. I just want to take enough clothes to live on, and I want to take my toiletries with me and 2 guitars. And I think that's it. That's all I'm going to take to South Wales there. So from January onwards next year, you're going to see a lot more South Wales focused content, which is going to be great because I don't think I've done enough of that. But I also don't think I've done enough of Liverpool content. I've been here for near of almost 10 years now, and I really haven't captured the city at all because wherever you are, you always seem to take it for granted a bit, and then when you move away, you're like, oh, I should have done this and that. So yeah. Tomorrow, I'm at the beer festival. So tomorrow or today, depending on what day this video comes up, I'll be at a beer festival in New Brighton, which is provided by the Ship and Mitre, which is a pub based in Liverpool city centre. They're actually bringing the event together. I'll be there with my friend Ian, my friend Dom, and I think Beer Guide Worldwide might be there, Cam, who you know from previous beer festival videos. So if I do take this camera with me, there's going to be a beer festival video going up on the channel a week today. Because this might be one of the last videos I'm ever going to do from this house again. And my phone's vibrating. So yeah, this might be one of the last videos I might actually make from this house. We've been here for like 6 years now, something like that. So it's kind of like a new fresh start. Ruth is going to start a career pivot as well. So it's all coming in at the right time here. The long-term goal is once my parents' house has been sold, I will be moving back north. But I do preferably want to be within inside the Welsh border because I do feel as a Welshman myself, Wales doesn't get enough just within the United Kingdom. Westminster doesn't really look after Wales as much as they seem to be. And a lot of the tax money generated in Wales does go to England-only projects, which they like to think Wales is a part of, but it's not at all. So I think sharing my own voice in my own country against unjust It's something you should do, you know? It's something you should do. If you see something's wrong in the world, help fix it. So yeah, my Mac, I just updated it to the latest OS, and it doesn't recognize any of my keyboards and mouse plugged in, so I can't put my password in the computer. So that's something I need to problem solve today. But I do have a laptop, so this video is probably going to be edited on my laptop, or I might do it on my phone. I recently got the iPhone 17 Pro, not the Max version, because that phone is way too big, and I got this cool little designer case on it, which is like, it's called a naked case. It's all metal, so if you drop it, the phone should survive. Right, so this video is sponsored by Dossier again. But who is Dossier? Dossier is a company that creates iconic... Let's start again. Dossier is a company that creates iconic scents that are designer quality and designer inspired, with no markups in comparison to other designer fragrances. They all come in these delicious looking boxes, and the caps are magnetic, and it's an atomizer. Oh, that smells so good. So this is the Floral Pear, which is one of many fragrances that they produce. Right beside me by here, you probably can see it on camera, but I have a plethora of scents delivered by them. I want to say thank you so much to Dossier. If you do order, you can get 40% off at the moment with the Black Friday sale. All you have to do is just head on over to the Dossier website. The link is in the description below. And I will also include a link visible on screen right now. When you do order, it does come with the sample notes right by here. It explains how everything is formulated, how it works, and it also tells you who is inspired by. So I got quite a few here. This is one of my favorites from their collection at the moment. This is called Floral Marshmallow, and I can only describe it as... Whoa. It just makes me feel like I'm in like a crazy sweet shop. It just reminds me of my favorite sweets, maybe something like Love Hearts or something like that. It is such a good little scent. They come in these 100ml bottles, like I said, magnetic tops. All you have to do, if you want to check out this product a bit more, head on over to the website, to the Dossier website, where you can get 40% off right now. Delivery takes about 2 days. It's really quick. The distribution unit is based in Birmingham. So yeah, thank you to Dossier. So they're going to be sponsoring the next few Wednesday videos, probably maybe about 2 more videos with Dossier on the Wednesday. I'm on my trip to Slovakia. I'm hoping that an eSIM company will come through for me there and provide Juicy Pixel with some data while I'm abroad. Maybe I could possibly do a live stream while I'm away as well. That's something I could definitely consider. But having data away will allow me to edit the videos on the fly too, and produce content a lot more quicker. Right, so one thing I'm also considering doing is doing 3 videos a week rather than 2. I know I can do it. I've got the time to do it. My editing is very quick now. I mean, when I came back from Poland, I literally sat down just for a few hours and I did the entire Poland series in one go. One thing I'm going to do though, I'm going to have a tiny bit of music in the intro. But those videos, I kept the soundtrack rolling through until it faded out, which lasted up to about a minute and a half into the video introduction. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to snip the intro music straight after the logo animation. I'm not going to go into it. So the videos will just be me and no background music. I think that's the best way forward right there. Also, the background music can be quite distracting as well, that I've noticed. When I edit on here, because I got a good sound system, I've got a really good blend. But when I watch my videos on a normal television, like a lot of other people do who watch my content, I notice that the background music does peek through sometimes when I'm talking. Also, those videos are old, so I used my old camera for that, which I'm using my new camera now, the DJI Nano, which I'm still waiting to do a review on. I've noticed the microphone on this camera is about 10 times better than the last one. It's got a noise reduction feature as well, and it actually cuts down the wind when I'm outside quite well. So yeah, going forward, those are some slight tweaks I'm going to do to my videos just to improve the retention from you guys. My retention is pretty good. I might actually lower the length of my videos though to come closer to my retention level, so my average is going to be higher. Therefore, the algorithm on YouTube will see that people are watching my videos near enough to the end then if I just drop the length of the videos a little bit. One more thing I want to do though, I want to review this. There's a dog barking. One more thing I want to do with this camera is do an in-depth review on it, and to be able to do that, I need to take this camera out. And because it's been quite overcast, I don't think the video examples that I'm going to create are going to be very good doing a review for this camera, because I would like the light to be very optimal. So tomorrow's going to be a long day for me. So if I do head out, I will take this with me. Well, I will be heading out to the beer festival, but I will take this camera with me regardless. And if it's no overcast in the day tomorrow, I will use this camera to get some B-roll to make an in-depth review of the DJI Nano, which is essentially the DJI Action 2 version 2, because it's got exactly the same specs on it, sort of thing. But it's got the same specs as the DJI Action 5, but it's in a more modular sort of form. But yeah, I want to say thanks for watching, guys. I think I've covered everything here. Leave a comment if you want to win some Juicy Pixel sunglasses, you know? There might be just like 2 of you get to the end of the video, like, so. And even if you know me, just go ahead, leave a comment. It doesn't matter if you know me. Just leave a comment. Anyway, I want to say thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, of course. Like the video if possible. I know some of you guys watch this on the TV, but if there's any way you can just come here and just hit that like button, that would mean the world to me. Anyway, I want to say thanks for watching. Next Wednesday is potentially going to be the beer festival video, and then the Wednesday after that, I'm not too sure yet. This thing about what we can do, I've got enough time now to, apart from packing this house, I've got enough time now to go in Liverpool and show some other parts of Liverpool. So potentially there might be some more Liverpool videos. But yeah, thanks for watching. I've waffled on for 18 minutes and 30 seconds. Wow. Anyway, peace and love. See you next time. Juicy Pixel signing off.